Hello everyone, welcome back to Date Warp. Let's continue, shall we? What does Lines have to say? We have been monitoring the problem for several hours now, and the output remains steady. So there's no sign of the force fields growing. This shouldn't get any worse. As there was no visible heat damage in the surrounding frames, we experimented with introducing various objects. Physical contact so far has not produced any adverse reactions. The fields appear to act like a membrane, bowing outwards when a solid object is applied with force. However, small amounts of water... Can you get rid of them? Efforts to overflow it without disrupting the system integrity have lacked success. Can't you just turn the whole thing off? Pull the plug? No. Turning off the power is not an option. Looking over at Bradley beside me, I notice he seems a little pale, clammy even. He has his arms folded around himself, hands tucked inside his jacket. Is he sick? What do you expect us to do? We have to get home. Bradley's not feeling well. Now this is the interesting part. I believe we will be able to bypass the barrier. I believe we will be able to bypass the barrier with Faraday shields. However, we don't have enough metal on hand to build a human-sized enclosure. An active EMP generator, electromagnetic for people who aren't reading along with me, may be able to produce the same effect. I'll need to tune them to your own bioelectric aura. If you approach the field so that I can measure the discharge... No. Tiny beads of sweat are breaking out on his forehead. Well, we have to do something. This is how you do it, isn't it? Do what? This is how you killed them. What are you talking about? I think he may have a fever. I will not walk into your death trap. Whoa! Why the fuck does he have a gun? Suddenly, he pulls out a handgun from his jacket. You thought they were just another one of your victims, but I know what you are. Eek! I've waited years for this. Now, tell me, where is she? What? How did who? Don't pretend you don't know, all of you. He sweeps the gun around, pointing at each of the men in turn. Bradley, put the gun down. And then he swings it to aim it at me. Shut up, Janet. How dare you speak to me like that? It's the basement, isn't it? Where you didn't want anyone to go? Well, we're all going to see it now. All of you, move. Frightened and confused, we are all herded for the mansion. A nondescript door opens to reveal a dimly lit staircase leading down to the unknown basement. We're all clustered together. Albin looks ready to spit nails. Nathaniel's eyes meet mine only with sad resignation. Lines and Raphael are in the lead, and Bradley is behind us all with the gun. The staircase descends shallowly, then turns for another descent, down and down around the down. Oh wait, around the... Basically, we're going down a staircase, and holy shit, he has a gun! Like, what is he? Is he like, the fuck? Does he know these guys? He's like, where is she? Oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, where is she? Where is she? I'll kill you all. What the fuck is he on about? What kind of drugs is he on? Suddenly there is a flash of light. With a strangled squawk, Bradley stumbled backwards, his weapon arms swinging up wildly. Quick as the flash, Albin's fist intersects with Bradley's jaw. Nathaniel grabs my arm and pulls me aside as Lines charges back to join the fray. Alright, so before we got to the basement, Bradley was subdued. Albin. Come on, give me an excuse. You look better with two black eyes. Bastard. Raphael, bring me my handcuffs. Yes, sir. I'm not going anywhere. No, you're not. You're not going to hurt him, are you? That's up to him. Should we chain her up too? Me? Why me? I didn't do anything. You came here with him. You had to know what he was planning. I still don't know what he was planning. I have no idea what's going on. Janet hasn't caused any harm. She deserves the benefit of the doubt. Raphael returns with a pair of handcuffs, and Lyons fastens Bradley's hands behind him, with the cuff chain looped through the back of the chair. Apparently this isn't his first time putting someone in restraints. Why don't you just go ahead and kill me? You're the one who was waving around a gun. No one is killing anyone. Let's start at the beginning. Why were you carrying a gun? To defend myself from you. Me, or Lyons, or who? All of you. Whichever of you is responsible for the murders. What murders? 5 years ago, a college girl disappeared from this area. 5 years before that, another girl disappeared. And before that, and before that. I never heard about any missing persons near here. Even if that's true, why would you think we had anything to do with it, just because people went missing in this general area? Not this general area, this house. How would you know that? Because the last one was my sister. He has a sister? I was the last person to hear from her alive. She called me when her car broke down. She described where she was, and the house she could see up ahead, and that she was planning to ask them for help. And then she was gone. This is ridiculous. 25 years ago, most of you weren't even born. Bradley laughs. It's not a pleasant sound. It gets better. This house doesn't exist. What? I spent months looking for this house. The police said I must have had the details wrong. They gave up, but I looked harder. That was when I found out about the 5-year pattern. So I knew I needed a girl, and I knew I had to wait. Until now, all this year, I have been looking for you. And this house was not here, but now I've finally found you. That's complete nonsense. It might be true. Everyone turns to stare at me. All year, Bradley's been asking out different girls. It's always just one date, and he always drives. He never makes a move, like he's barely interested in the girls at all. We thought he was just looking for the right girl, but he could have been looking for this house. That means... Burning with furious realization, I slip off my loafer and hurl it at his head. You manipulative, scheming, lying jackass! You used me as bait! I don't understand. Don't listen to them. They're just trying to confuse you. If it's all lies, then what are you hiding in the basement? Bodies? Please stop this. He shakes his head sadly. We need some time to talk. We can't trust you on your own after you have attacked us. But we can't leave you chained to a chair forever either. Lock them in a room, both of them. Will she be safe with him? Ha! Will he be safe with me? That too. Separate rooms, then. They lead me back to the room I slept in last night, taking Bradley somewhere else. We'll be back, I promise. And then they lock me in and I'm left here, alone. Pressing my ear to the door, I can faintly hear voices far away, but I can't make anything out they're saying. This plain and simple room, so convenient before, suddenly feels like a prison. There's absolutely nothing for me to do except pace and to worry. What's going on? This is crazy. Well, I guess we'll find out in the next episode of Date Warp what's going on, right? See you all in the next episode, where we figure out what the fuck just happened to Janet.